Hi besties, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tanner and this is my Esoterica, where I aim to give you all comfort and guidance from a place of comfort, aka my bed. This is going to be a timeless them and you reading for the sign of Scorpio. So it is my intention that this reading will find you whenever you need it, when you are dealing with somebody, a person, or a relationship, that maybe you need a little extra guidance in. I feel like I tend to channel kind of twin flame collective readings because I myself am also a twin flame. I feel like these are more kind of soul connection readings instead of just kind of random, more general love readings. But, all that to say, I hope you find something in this reading that resonates with you. Please, I hope that you take what resonates and leave what doesn't, all that good stuff. And if something does resonate in this reading, I would love it if you would like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff, because I love to hear from you guys. And it helps me just connect more to the collective when we kind of get a chance to interact in some way. So yeah, how this whole reading will go is we'll start by clarifying the energy surrounding you, your person, and the energy between you with a Wisdom of the Oracle card. I'll also pull an archetype card as well as an animal spirit oracle card to get kind of a better understanding of the types of energies you guys are in right now. You and your person, I should say. Then we'll clarify the Wisdom of the Oracle pulls with a 3-card tarot pull. We'll get into that a little bit. And then we will clarify with 2 additional tarot cards. So we'll end up with 9 3-card spreads. Typically pretty good at giving you kind of a full-bodied picture of what's going on. And then at the end, we will pull a Sacred Creators Oracle card to kind of summarize or give kind of like final kind of messages from spirit about, what you should do, how to proceed, all that good stuff. And then to completely end it, we will pull a final Wisdom of the Oracle card as spirit's advice for you. So yeah, thank you guys again for being here. It's been about a week since I've done a reading, so I'm trying to get back into my flow again. So apologies if things are kind of like a little choppy or yeah, we're gonna get into it. I promise it will all make sense if this reading is for you. It'll all come together. So what else is there? Oh yeah, I'm intending for your energy to be on this side, but keep in mind that the energies may come out kind of switched. So if you end up resonating more, I can barely talk. If you end up resonating more with the energy on the other side, then maybe that's your side and this is your person's side. But again, I'm hoping, it's my intention, that your energy will be on this side. So yeah, I'm going to stop yapping and I'm just going to get into it. Thank you so much, Spirit, and thank you again, Scorpio, for being here. Can we please get an oracle card to clarify the energies surrounding my Scorpio viewer? What is happening in their life right now? What's going on with them when it comes to them and their connection? Thank you, Spirit. What energy is my Scorpio viewer in right now? Woo. Peace. Huh. So it seems like, yeah, you're very much about cultivating your peace and keeping things, under control, under wraps, I should say. I'll go ahead and read from the Wisdom of the Oracle book as well to get a little bit of deeper insight. But it seems like you're focusing on your peace right now, Scorpio. I don't know if something happened between you and your person, if there's been a falling out, if you guys are not in contact right now. But it seems like in any case, you're focusing on you and peace. So yeah, freedom from attachment, radical acceptance. So maybe you've kind of reached a point in your journey where you're kind of releasing and you're letting things unfold naturally, surrendering, which is great. It's a hard place to get to if you are on a twin flame journey. And if you finally reach that stage, congratulations. I know from personal experience it's hard to get there. But yeah, right here it says freedom from attachment, radical acceptance. And the Oracle's message here is it doesn't get any better than this. A quiet mind, a heart fulfilled, freedom from want, and the soul's satisfaction. The way to peace is through radical acceptance. Everything in your world is exactly as it should be. Harmony is beautiful. Enjoy it. So yeah, focusing on your peace, kind of staying above the fray, not getting your hands dirty, taking a step back, all of those things. So I'll read the relationship message here too. It says, when two people are in true alignment with one another, they have an innate harmony between them. They are as two perfectly tuned instruments playing together. Sometimes it's impossible to tell who is who. Peace is yours and it is to be savored. So I feel like on the one hand, yes, you are kind of focusing on your own peace right now. But at the same time, I feel like you kind of see your person as peace in a way, on like a soul level. Because it says, you know, when two people are in true alignment with one another, they have an innate harmony between them. So it maybe, you know, it kind of feels really comfortable with your person when you are with them. Things just flow smoothly. I know how that feels when you're with your person and the energy is just amazing and magnetic, and you know, you just feel. And it can be really intense. So it seems like you see your person in this way, kind of like a dual embodiment. That's not what I wanted to say. Kind of like, you know, you two operate on the same frequency is what I'm getting. And in a way, perhaps maybe they feel like peace to you. It feels like peace when you're with them. But I would think if you guys were in a really great, peaceful situation and, you know, in contact and all that stuff, you guys wouldn't be here, you know, watching this reading. So I think maybe you see your person in that way, but I think you're kind of focusing on your own peace right now. So thank you, Spirit, for that. Can we please get another card for our Scorpio viewers person? What energy are they in currently and when it comes to this connection? Thank you, Spirit. Woo. To be fair. So to be fair is all about kind of bringing things back into balance. To be fair kind of gives me justice energy. And that's number 38. So we'll see what that says. So this is your person's energy. To be fair. So the essential meaning here is balance, justice. What did I say? A need to consider options, mutual benefit, the law of cause and effect. So the Oracle's message here is life offers experiences that are challenging and experiences that are nourishing. Yet over time, they strike a balance. You move from being, from stasis, to doing, from discovering, to loving, to letting go, to being again. Life is a pendulum swinging between all of these states. You will always oscillate back and forth between doing and being. If you are not content with where you are at this moment, remember that all experiences have their place. Accept them without judgment, and you will see how the universe adjusts in perfect balance. You reap what you sow. For every cause, there is an effect. Wondrous things will be revealed now. So yeah, it seems like things for your person are kind of coming back into balance. Perhaps, you know, they feel like they need to make things right with you, you know, to be fair with you and bring things back in alignment with you. But yeah, it seems like if your person has maybe been going through a rough patch as well, that things are coming kind of back into balance again for them. And the relationship message here is, can you find a way to achieve fairness right now? This is a time for listening as well as speaking, for understanding as well as asking to be understood. There is much to be learned, and you will learn it if you remain open and objective, weighing options and considering all sides. Your heart wants to connect to others. So I feel like they want to reconnect with you, since this is a them and you reading. So allow for a balanced exchange of ideas and actions. The best kind of relationship is one in which there is mutual benefit and each party feels heard, valued, and respected. Be fair to all. So it seems like, yeah, your person kind of wants to make things right with you. If there has been some sort of disconnect or falling out or separation of some sort, yeah, and if your person's been going through a rough time in their external world, I see that things are coming back into balance for them in that way too. Yeah, so perhaps they've been kind of arguing with themselves a bit, going back and forth with themselves about, should they come back towards you? Should they, stay away and keep focusing on their own stuff? Like, because it says there's always this oscillating back and forth between doing and being. But yeah, overall, I feel like your person is kind of getting back into balance again. So I love that for them and for you. Thank you, Spirit. Can we get one more card to clarify the energies between my Scorpio viewer and their person? Thank you so much. What is the energy like between Scorpio and their person? A leg up. So this is all about kind of getting help, outside help from spirit, maybe from people around you. But it's a sense of elevating, of moving to the next level, right? We'll see what it says. A leg up is number 34. Number 30, 31, 35, 34. A leg up. Receiving help, delegating authority, interdependence. So interdependence also to me suggests a coming together in a way. But here's the Oracle's message. You've come to a point where going it alone is no longer optimal for you. And this is talking about the energy between you and your person. So right away, I get the sense that there might be a reunion on the horizon. For me, whenever I feel like a reunion is near, I start seeing a lot of angel numbers everywhere. And then I also start seeing my person's name a lot everywhere. I don't know if that's something that's been happening for you as well. And maybe you get different signs for you and your person, but that's what happens to me. So, but yeah, for the energy between you, it seems like both of you are kind of in a place of not wanting to be alone anymore, of wanting to kind of maybe put the past behind you and come back together. So life has a way of presenting you with the perfect people to align with who can give you a leg up during this next phase of your journey. Help comes to you in all the areas of your life where you need a boost. The trick is to accept that aid so freely given. When you embrace interdependence, allowing teamwork and independence to commingle, miracles happen. Now is such a time. So with that, I get the sense that, like, yes, teamwork and independence. Sorry. I was like, oh, did I read independence? But it said interdependence, but no. So what I get is that both of you have kind of learned to stand on your own 2 feet and are in a place where you guys can come back together without kind of triggering and making the other one feel so overwhelmed, right? You're able to stand on your own and, have your boundaries in place and know what you need from the other person and all that stuff. But also you're aware of maybe where you've gone wrong in the past, where you've been triggered before, and how you let maybe in the past your triggers kind of take the lead when it comes to how this connection has unfolded so far. But yeah, so it seems like, again, you guys have kind of, your person's coming back into balance, you're focusing on your peace, and it seems like there's this energy of coming back together. Let's see. Let's read the relationship message too. So relationships that are healthy thrive on interdependence. It's important to recognize that you need others as much as they need you. You must allow people to support you just as you are there for them. This is a time to be vulnerable, to speak up about your needs, and to ask for them to be fulfilled. Trust. You will be met with kindness and love. Don't expect others to read your mind, though. Ask, and it is given. So perhaps there's also this energy of like coming back together so you can both kind of express your truths to each other if you haven't already. But yeah, this energy is about healthy interdependence instead of like codependence, which can sometimes be not healthy. So yeah, so far this energy seems really great. We're gonna go ahead and pull archetypes for you and your person, and then we'll pull animal cards as well, and then we'll jump into the reading, okay? So thank you so much, Spirit. I feel like I'm getting in my flow again too. Thank you for sticking with me. I know it was a little rocky at first, but like I said, it's been a week since I've filmed a video, and this content creation stuff is a new, not ordeal. Ordeal is not the right word. It's a new adventure for me. There we go. So yeah, thank you, Spirit, for all of that help and wonderful guidance so far. Can I please get one? I say it like that because sometimes they try to give me like 30 out of this deck. Can I please get one archetype card to clarify the energy that my Scorpio viewer is standing in right now? What kind of archetype are they currently embodying? Thank you, Spirit. One, I have to say it again, one archetype card for my Scorpio viewer, please. Thank you, Spirit. Whew. See how it gave me 4? I'm not going to take 4. One card, please, Spirit. One. I love these cards, but the circles are difficult to shuffle the way I like to. So let's try it again. Thank you, Spirit. Can we please get one archetype card for my Scorpio viewer? What archetype are they currently embodying at the moment? Thank you, Spirit. One card for my Scorpio viewer. What archetype are they currently embodying? It gave me 2, but we're gonna 2's better than 4, so we'll go with it. So we pulled for you the Crow and Eros, or love. So the Crone is all about. So on the one hand, it is sort of this feminine energy. It's in this deck that they have a lot of archetypes. They have the Mother, the Maiden, and the Crone. So the Crone is kind of part of that feminine trifecta. So there is this sense of sort of like, again, witchy kind of ethereal energy connecting to the unknown in a sort of way. But what the Crone means to me more is somebody who's been through and seen a lot of stuff, and that hasn't kind of deterred her or made her feel any type of way about the world. She's seen it all. She's seen beauty, she's seen pain, and it's all kind of informed her and helped her along in her journey to see the truth of the world. But again, at the end of the day, as someone who's been through a lot, seen a lot, and come out on the other side older, wiser, and more in their power. And Eros is love, plain and simple. So I feel like you're definitely you feel this connection with this person. There is a sense of real love between you, or at least you're feeling it on your side. So we're going to read from the Archetypes Guidebook 2. So we'll start with the Crone, which is number 13. So the Crone, the witch, like I said, the old woman, the sage. So the Crone has seen it all. Nothing frightens or surprises her. She is the final manifestation, like I said, in the feminine trifecta of Maiden, Mother, Crone. In her long life, she's witnessed endless cycles of death, sex, failure, rebirth, conflict, and regeneration, giving her the ability to rise above the world of duality. She laughs at notions of good or bad, right or wrong, as she has seen the earth churning, smoldering, taking life, and giving life. The crone energy accepts everything in, devouring beauty. Piper! Stop it. Sorry, that was my cat. She likes to scratch up furniture when I'm not looking. She laughs at notions of good or bad, right or wrong, as she has seen the earth churning, blah, 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 blah. Okay. The crone accepts everything in, devouring beauty and suffering with the same mouth, using their energy to reveal hidden secrets and knowledge. Her energy resides in all of us, though it is feared by most for its power and unconventional relationship with death and the macabre. Awakening the crone is dangerously rich and unapologetically magic. So yeah, like I said, been through the ringer, seen a lot of things, but it's kind of like forged by the fire kind of energy, right? So let's look at Eros. Love. Sorry, I don't know why I said it like that. We'd like to have fun. Hi, Peep. There's my kitty. She's come to grace us with her presence. All right, Peep, you're welcome to stay, but I need you to kind of get out of the way. Come on. Move it. Thank you. Okay. Eros, love as desire, eroticism, sensuality. Though Eros can be depicted as unbridled sexuality and eroticism, a more contemplative understanding of this archetypal energy leads us to the root of desire itself. What do we long for? Why are we awakened by love? What makes us hesitate in the face of intimacy? Eros reconnects us with the primal longing to merge with another human being. Nature, music, art, plants, food, or anything that we perceive we are separate from. Eros allows us to momentarily unite. Our heart embraces otherness, and in doing so, we further understand our own. Our life force awakens. This card reveals an inevitable initiation into love's labyrinth. Ooh. You may find yourself swirling in a new territory of desire and sensuality. Explore the labyrinth with a curious and honest heart. And remember, though the way is circuitous, goes around in circles, you are always being led toward its center. So yeah, that kind of gives me, again, energy of reconnection. So I think you've been focusing on your peace. You've been surrendering to this connection. You've allowed yourself to kind of go through the difficult parts of this journey, but you haven't let it defeat you with the crone energy. You've let it fuel you. You've let it allow you to transform. And now I feel like all of that work you've done on yourself is allowing the universe to kind of bring in, like kind of knock down doors in a sense, like bring in destined encounters and all of that stuff. So I feel like it said, you're being initiated right now, or you're about to be, into love's labyrinth is what it says, right? So yeah, I think there is something in the cards for you on the way to you, and it's got to do with love and ideally your person. I'm thinking it's your person. So hi Piper, can you please move, because you're in the way of the reading. Come on, peeps. Thank you. Let's drop the cards everywhere too. Okay, cool. So good on you, Scorpio. It seems like, you're doing the healing work, and I want to say you're about to be rewarded for it, but let's see. Let's see what archetype your person is in. So thank you, Spirit. Can you please give me an archetype card for our Scorpio viewers' person? What archetype are they currently embodying right now? And when it comes to this connection. Hopefully it's just one, but we'll find out. The desert. So I feel like the desert talks about like kind of feeling like lost and without resources in a way, trying to find like, you know, your oasis in the desert, but feeling like, you know, almost hopeless in a way. Um, a desert could be symbolic of something. I don't know. In this deck, it says places can be literal places or they can be more of the metaphorical meaning. And, you know, I just like to cover all my bases. But the desert here is the drought, the wasteland, the badlands. So right away, I feel like if your person has been going through this kind of rough patch in their life, I feel like they feel like part of it, like part of their, not retribution, but like in order for them to kind of bring things back into balance, that they need to take some sort of action towards you. Piper, please. Piper, you're messing up the reading, kid. Okay. Sorry about that. My cat is on one. I might have to kick her out. I forget what I was saying. So your person, if they've been going through a rough patch, if they feel like things haven't been working out for them, I feel like part of where they are right now is knowing that they need to make things right with you. They need to be fair to you. But anyway, so the desert, the drought, the wasteland, the badlands. So the desert leaves us disoriented, desperate for direction and grasping for meaning, longing for solid ground. For endless miles, we are confronted with a lack of clarity and existential dread. We are thirsty, hungry, pleading with life to get back to normal, to become animated by the simple pleasantries of day-to-day life. The desert offers no such comfort, and all must pass through it. If you can embrace the discomfort of the desert, knowing you will someday reach water again, you can tap into the potent energy of the landscape. Its lights are blindingly bright and its darks terrifyingly deep, which makes for unbridled creativity and clairvoyant visions. Truths reside in the desert that otherwise remain hidden. The crows, the shadows, and the coyote, it's funny because there's like a crow, or maybe this is a raven, but there's a bird that like that in the desert. But anyway. And the coyote's call surround you. Let the winds and sands work their deep magic, weary traveler. So yeah, it seems like your person has been going through kind of a difficult time. They've felt like things haven't been working out, you know, for them. Sorry, I'm reading this again. But again, surrendering to the desert, knowing that, you know, the only way to get through it is to go through it. I feel like, you know, that's kind of your person's energy too. They're going through kind of like a drought right now in their life, and perhaps, you know, with their other relationships, other people in their life. Just they haven't been feeling fulfilled. They haven't been feeling nourished or quenched. And again, I think they know they need to make things right. They need to bring things back into balance. So cool. Let's go ahead and get animal cards for you and your person. You guys are going to be actually the first reading that I am using these for, at least for YouTube. I've used them for a few friends already, and I love them. I think you've probably seen a lot of tarot readers using them. I know a few of my favorite ones do, and that's why I got them too. But these really are amazing cards. And I bought this deck used, and I was a little afraid about that because, you know, you don't know what kind of energies and stuff you're getting. Or that's what I thought anyway. But this deck was really, right out of the box, energy felt like so like happy and excited. And I feel like the deck was just happy to be used again. So yeah, I'm excited to use this for you. You guys also, I didn't get to say, and if you're new here and this is your first video, you probably wouldn't know by watching the other videos, but I got this microphone. So hopefully my sound quality is a little better too. We're figuring stuff out. We are figuring it out. I think the hardest thing, the content creation stuff, and I went off on a tangent, I'm sorry. Maybe you're thinking about embracing some sort of new journey, maybe you want to start a YouTube channel. Maybe that's why I'm talking about this too. But yeah, all that to say, I love this deck. So let's get an animal card for our Scorpio viewer. What energy are they currently in right now? What animal are they currently embodying right now? Thank you, Spirit. For our Scorpio viewer, what animal? Ooh, the peacock. So right away, you know, I feel like someone who's not afraid to stand out in the crowd, someone who's different. It's air energy, so Libra, Aquarius. What's the third one? Libra, Aquarius. What's the third air sign? Gemini. I knew I'd get there eventually. Okay. The peacock, the peacock. Inner beauty, compassion, assimilator of anything. Very crone energy already. So the beauty of the peacock is unrivaled. It's easy to think it comes from the plumage, but the secret of the peacock is that the beauty resides within and extends outward indefinitely. This adept creature can assimilate or digest all experiences in life like the crown. So it does not harbor resentment, conflict, or past pain within its psyche. The peacock type is extremely rare. I know that's right, bestie. Not many of us have reached this advanced level of acceptance of the self and others. Peace. Okay. I was feeling a little ooky in the beginning of this reading because, like I said, it's been about a week. But when you get the confirmations that come out like that, I'm like, okay, we're on to something. So this reading is definitely for somebody. So yeah, again, you're transforming. You are kind of like, yeah, you're working on your inner peace and finding balance in yourself. And that kind of inner peace kind of radiates outward, that beauty and you know, balance that you find within yourself. When you find that center really strongly and you're just kind of existing in it, especially if you're more of a divine feminine entity, you know, that's magnetic for your person and to other people. So yeah, you're assimilating all of the stuff that you've been through. I mean, regarding this connection, maybe just in life in general too. And you're finding your peace, and that's beautiful. I'm so happy for you, Scorpio. My peacock crone queen. That's not a gendered queen. Anybody can be a queen. So that's beautiful. All right, let's get an animal card for your person. What energy are they in right now? Thank you, Spirit. Can we get one animal card for our Scorpio viewers person? What animal are they currently embodying right now? Thank you, Spirit. Ideally, just one. The snake. I know the snake talks about like unawakened potential in a way. That's water energy. No. Earth energy. That's earth energy. Here we go. Guardian of unawakened magic and creative potential. So the snake is a symbol of our highest potential. It is said that Shakti, our creative life force, lies dormant at the base of our spine in the form of a coiled snake. Regardless of whether this image rings true for you, it's well worth considering the amount of unawakened or untapped potential within. So perhaps your person is kind of standing on the precipice of awakening in a way too. Maybe about to find, you know, their oasis or an oasis in their desert. What would life look like if you woke it up? How can you stir it from slumber? An experienced yoga or meditation teacher can lead the way. Make haste. The snake card appears when there is no more time to waste. So yeah, I feel like a reckoning, like your person seems like they're standing on the edge of a reckoning of some sort, of an awakening of some sort. And they know that if they want to make things balance in this connection again, they're going to have to put in the effort to make things right, to balance things again between you. And until they do that, I feel like they feel like they're going to be stuck in this desert energy and not really feeling fulfilled ultimately by anything going on in their life. So yeah, if you're with us so far still, then this reading and things have resonated for you so far, then this reading is certainly for you. So thank you for being here. Now we're going to get into the tarot for your energy, your person's energy, and the energy between you. So we'll start with our first 3 card spread. Thank you, Spirit. Can we please further clarify these energies between our Scorpio viewer, their person, and the energies between them with the 3-card tarot pull? Thank you, Spirit. Okay. That fell out, but I didn't ask anything, so. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Let's further clarify the energies on our Scorpio person's side, our viewer's side. Further clarify this peace energy, this crone and peacock energy as well. The Tower. So maybe you're in, I mean, you've gone through something recently, the Chariot, but you're not letting it stop you from moving forward in your life in a powerful way. Thank you, Spirit. One more card for our Scorpio viewer for their energies. The 2 of Cups. Love. Okay. So yeah, for your energy, you got the Tower, the Chariot, and the 2 of Cups. So I feel like you've gone through something big recently, some sort of big realization or shock, or you know, something around you has kind of come crumbling. Maybe it's an idea you've had about yourself. Maybe it's, you know, a financial situation or something. But whatever it is that you've gone through, you're not letting it get you down, because the Chariot was the next card that came up for you. And the Chariot is all about moving forward with power and intention. And then again, you have the 2 of Cups here as your 3rd card. So, I mean, this tracks again with the Tower, tracks very much with the crone and the peacock energy. You know, anything you've been going through recently, or that you're coming out of, like you're not, you haven't let it beat you. You haven't let it beat you. You're still moving forward with strength and power, and you're recovering, and you're finding your peace, and you're allowing these things to happen. You're allowing this tower to fall, because you know that you're going to recover from it. You know that you're the crone and that you've seen it all. And yeah, nothing's going to stop you from progressing forward in your life. Now with this 2 of Cups, you know, this is all about partnership and, you know, divine connections, soul connections, 2 complementary forces kind of coming together to create one whole in a way. So that energy is surrounding you too. So I see a reconnection of some sort. That's what I'm seeing so far in the cards. We're going to keep going. But that's the overview of your energy right now. So thank you, Spirit. Can we please further clarify the energies on our Scorpio viewers' person side? That is a mouthful. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Please further clarify the energies on our Scorpio viewers' person's side. 6 of Pentacles. I almost said Cups, but I didn't. So 6 of Pentacles, that's all about balancing, giving and receiving, to be fair. So I feel like your person knows that they need to reciprocate in some way, shape, or form with you in order to make things, you know, right. And if they haven't realized this yet, they're about to. The King of Pentacles just kind of flipped out on its own as I was shuffling. And I'm not going to pull it out, but I feel like that's poignant. I feel like your person is kind of working on finding their stability again as well. Thank you, Spirit. Can we please further clarify this to be fair? And with the 6 of Pentacles, can we get 2 more cards, please? Further clarify the energies on our Scorpio viewers' person's side. Thank you, Spirit. Woo! Seven of Pentacles too. So I feel like your person is very focused on their material world right now. Yeah, the 6 and the 7 of Pentacles. So, you know, some forward movement and progress is being made. But they're also, so your person knows that they have to bring things back into balance in order to make things right between you. But it's like they're kind of hesitating and wondering if it's even going to be worth it. Maybe if you guys had some sort of big altercation, they're feeling like, you know, they might be too scared to come towards you right now. But we'll see. One more card, please, for our Scorpio viewers' person's energy. Thank you, Spirit. King of Swords. So we have the King of Pentacles back there, and now we have the King of Swords. And the King of Swords, too, is all about, yes, he's logical. He's balancing his head and his heart. But he's also the King of Truth, like Justice. He holds a sword, and swords in tarot do stand for communication, for one thing, clarity for another, and truth for a third thing. So I feel like, yeah, your person is kind of stepping into a sort of divine masculine type of energy. And they know that if they want to make things right and bring things back into balance, if they want to be fair, then they're going to have to step up. They're going to have to come forward with some sort of message of truth and clear things up and make things right in some way, shape, or form. But will they do it? That's the question. I think right now your person is more in the energy of like coming to this realization that they need to do this, more so than it is that they're like that it's gonna be happening. And the reason that I think that too is the snake. The snake is like on the edge of waking up. You know what I mean? They're almost there, but they're still not quiet. But I feel like your person is waking up, and at the very least, that they know that they need to be the ones to take action if they want to make this right. Excuse me. Confirmation burp. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Can we please further clarify the energies between our Scorpio viewer and their person? This a leg up energy. Can we please further clarify it? Thank you, Spirit. Ace of Wands. So definitely a new beginning of some sort between you. I mean, this is also the like energy of passion and excitement, inspiration, magnetism too. If I'm thinking about like the King and Queen of Swords or of Wands, who are just kind of very charismatic, fire sign energy, which this is as well. Cutting the deck, we have the Three of Pentacles and the Magician. So that's kind of stepping into power and coming together too. Thank you, Spirit. Can you please get a couple more cards for the energy between our Scorpio viewer and their person? Thank you. Two more. Two of Wands. So a lot of wands here, a lot of fiery energy. And the Six of Cups between you. Okay. So yeah, the Two of Wands is all about kind of waiting for it's like waiting to step out of your comfort zone, waiting to, it's like, should I stay or should I go? Should I stay in the comfort of this fortress, this castle that I'm protected in, that I've lived in forever? Or do I want to step outside of these walls and embrace something new? So there is that sort of energy going on between you. I feel like you're both kind of holding off from contacting each other right now, even though the passion is there. And with the Six of Cups too, I think you're both really thinking about each other and reminiscing and thinking of all the good times. So I feel like, yeah, the energy between you is mending, is I just see, I don't know, in the cards I see the coming together, But it's got to be, again, it's got to be your person. I think the ball is in their court insofar as who should take the next step. You keep focusing on your piece, you keep learning your lessons, and things are going to come together at some point. But we're going to continue with the reading by further clarifying all of these cards. And then we will get our final messages and then our advice for you. So thank you, Spirit. Can we please further clarify? I'm just going to do everything and then we'll talk about it. Please clarify this Tower card for our Scorpio viewer, for their energy. Please further clarify the Tower. Justice again. So that certainly making things right, and the Ten of Pentacles. Cool. I'm going to get through them all and then we'll talk about it so I don't get ahead of myself here. Can we please further clarify the Chariot on our Scorpio viewers side? Please further clarify the Chariot. Page of Cups in reverse. One more, please. Two of Wands again. So you're also kind of trying to figure out what exactly it is you want to do next. Thank you, Spirit. Can we please further clarify this Two of Cups energy? Ace of Cups. So certainly some sort of new emotional beginning, and the Four of Pentacles. Okay, cool. Thank you, Spirit. Can we please further clarify the energies on our Scorpio viewers' person's side? Starting with the Six of Pentacles. Can we please further clarify the Six of Pentacles? The Moon. One more, please. And the Two of Swords. So stuck between a decision here. Thank you, Spirit. Can we please further clarify the Seven of Pentacles on our viewers' person's side? Ooh, the Hermit. One more, please. King of Pentacles came out again. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Can we please further clarify the King of Swords energy on our Scorpio viewers' person side? Ace of Pentacles. So your person certainly wants to come towards you with a new beginning, is what I'm getting. One more card, please, Spirit. Ten of Wands. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Can we please further clarify these energies between our Scorpio viewer and their person, starting with the Ace of Wands? Thank you, Spirit. Page of Pentacles. One more. The Wheel of Fortune. Thank you, Spirit. Can we please further clarify this Two of Wands energy between our Scorpio viewer and their person? Well, thank you. Seven of Wands. I think this came out in reverse, so I'm going to trust my intuition there because I flipped it right side up, but it came out upside down. Okay, one more card, please, for this Two of Wands energy. Six of Swords. Thank you. All right, Spirit, can we please further clarify the Six of Cups energy between our Scorpio viewer and their person? The High Priestess. One more. Ooh. Queen of Cups. All right, let's get into it. So starting on your side, we have the Tower clarified by Justice and the Ten of Pentacles. So I feel like right away, I mean, maybe some sort of realization happened about your person perhaps. And I think just as much as they know that they need to be the one to make things right, I think you know that they do too, with Justice coming out on your side. But I also, again, feel like this is things coming back into balance after your big tower moment. So if it has something to do with your person, then I think you know, and so do they. Like I said, that they have to be the ones to make things right. But again, also, I feel like you're finding balance again after this tower moment. You're finding your peace, and you're kind of looking forward to um, building something lasting, or you're looking forward to something lasting. Maybe you're working on a new project. Maybe you're still kind of fantasizing about a future with this person, building something lasting with this person, but you know that in order to build something lasting with this person, something has to come back into balance between you. But I think you do see the potential for building something really lasting and beautiful with your person, with this Ten of Pentacles energy too. And I also see that, like, whatever thing you've gone through is helping to kind of lead you towards your Ten of Pentacles. So maybe, yeah, it's set you on a new path. Like I said, if you're starting maybe a new project or something that you're really invested in or excited about, I think that tower energy probably set you onto that path, and things are coming back into balance for you. I could talk in circles about that 100 times, and I would, but I'm going to keep it moving. So yeah, you're recovering, you're finding balance again, and you're working on your own stuff. You're working on building your own legacy. That's what I get overall from that. With the Chariot, we have the Two of Wands and the Page of Cups in reverse. So definitely get the sense that you're kind of moving forward. But I also see with the Two of Wands that you're kind of like, I feel like, pulled between this moving forward and this kind of immature kind of expression of the Page of Cups. So I feel like this is kind of like how your person had treated you before. So the Page of Cups upright, he's very dreamy and curious and romantic and kind of like his head's in the clouds. He leads with his heart. Maybe doesn't think things all the way through, but is like down for the ride. In reverse, you get this sort of kind of like a little too lost in the emotions without being grounded at all. So yeah, right here it says emotional immaturity, insecurity, disappointment, creative blocks. So I feel like this in particular, this Page of Cups, is representative of your person and kind of the energy that they brought to the table. I feel like reversed Cups energy can also be kind of manipulative, and coupled with immaturity. I mean, I can see why a tower moment might have happened as a result of that. So I see that you're kind of stuck between wanting to move forward and away from this immature energy, but like you still feel something. You feel this love still with this person. And I know that when you really feel something magical, it's hard to let it go. But if you feel like if you believe that your person is capable of changing and growing, they will be. I think, we all are kind of manifestors, and I'm sure you all believe this too, of our own reality, of our own destiny. And especially if this is kind of a magnetic soul connection that you share, if this is a twin flame that you're dealing with, your healing affects their healing, because you guys mirror each other. So, I mean, also so moving on to the next one. I mean, that's a choice, I'll say, that only you can make at the end of the day. Trust your intuition, trust your heart. And then, if your person comes back towards you anytime soon and it seems like they've grown, it seems like they can take accountability for what they did, that perhaps caused this tower moment on your side. Obviously, if something is like super crazy toxic, take care of yourself. You are numero uno in your life. But all I want to say is if there was some immaturity, if there was some, you know, ungroundedness coming from your person, some inconsistency maybe, if they come back and they can show you that they've matured, maybe out of this page energy, give them a chance. That's what I'll say. Give them a chance. I think you want to. It's why I'm also saying that, because you have your Two of Cups was clarified by the Ace of Cups, so a new emotional beginning already, and the Four of Pentacles. So that's about stability, and I think that's what you're searching for in this connection. You want stability. You want an equal give and take. You want to kind of get lost in these emotions and feel the joy and the happiness that often comes with the highs of these situations. And I feel like, you know, it's hard for you to let it go, and you don't want to. That's why you're stuck in between, like, do I stay, do I go? Which I get. But yeah, again, I said all that stuff before because I get the sense that you do want a new emotional beginning with your person. It's hard for you to let your person go. And you want there to be an equal give and take, but only if there's going to be an equal give and take. And what's great is I think your person is realizing that. Because on their side, their Six of Pentacles, which again is all about giving and receiving, was clarified by the Moon and the Two of Swords. So I feel like they haven't always kind of been seeing this giving and taking energy clearly. I feel like they didn't see where they were going wrong in this connection. Because the Moon is all about kind of being confused. It's about illusions, and in some ways it's about trusting your intuition. And I feel like that is coming into play for your person as well. I think they're coming to intuitively realize that they were lacking in giving to this connection in the way that it deserved to be given to. And now they're stuck between, you know, a rock and a hard place. They're stuck between two choices here. And really what I can see is it's either give and take, and like come back to this connection and put the work in, or it's leaving it behind. I think that's the choice that they're kind of in between right now. But with the Moon, I feel like, yeah, they're still kind of confused. They're not seeing everything clearly just yet. They're still in this desert. They're still standing on the precipice of understanding this, of awakening to this with the snake. So yeah, it's like they're almost there. They've almost really come to this realization. Or at least they know that they need to make that choice. If they've realized this already, they're learning that they need to make that choice to come towards you now. They need to make that choice to give to you and give to this connection. But again, with the Seven of Pentacles moving down to the next set of energy for your person, it's like one of my favorite tarot readers, when this card pops up, he says the Seven of Pentacles is like, is the juice worth the squeeze? Because you see this person here, he's planted all of these pentacles and they finally sprouted and grown and they're almost ready to be harvested. But it's like, gosh, after all that work, was this work worth it? Was it all worth it? And I feel like this energy has caused your person to go into hermit mode, caused them to look inwards and reflect on who they are, who they've been, and who they want to be. Because coming out with the Seven of Pentacles and the Hermit, we have the King of Pentacles again. Do you remember when it flipped out earlier? When I was shuffling and I brought it up and it came out again for your person. So I feel like your person is like kind of in in isolation. They've taken a step back. They're taking time to reflect inwardly. They're taking time to reflect. They're taking this waiting energy, like all this work they did, is it worth it? That energy, that's what they're thinking about themselves right now, if that makes sense. Like, they're putting all this work in, maybe to the world around them right now. I mean, there are a lot of pentacles over here, and in general, I mean, you have pentacles on your side too, but I feel like your person is very, kind of, they exist in their material world, but they have all this energy that they've been, like, is it worth it? That's the contemplating stuff, but they know that they want to, like, become this king of pentacles. They want to be someone who is stable and secure and can offer something stable and secure to you. The king of pentacles is a provider. He is like the richest king in the tarot. And I think, your person is realizing that this is who they want to be. The king of pentacles is who they want to be. They don't want to be this page of cups in reverse. They want to be the king of pentacles, and they want to offer you, when they come back, if they want to make things right, they know that they need to come back in this stable, secure kind of energy. And I think they're in the energy of reflection. They're doing this work of reflecting, because again, they know they need to bring things back into balance. They know they need to be fair. And yeah, to finish out your person side, we have the King of Swords is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. So they've definitely been burdened by, the way things have gone down between you. I don't think you haven't been on their mind. I think they have been thinking about you. And I think, yeah, they feel burdened by how things have gone, kind of overwhelmed in a way as well. But with the king, I think, they're getting to a place of taking a step back and looking at the bigger picture, the higher perspective. And ultimately what they want to do is have a new beginning. They want to plant something stable with the Ace of Pentacles here. They want to have a new beginning with you. And they want to be a stable presence in your life. Hey, we have the King of Pentacles here. That's what they want. But I feel like they're struggling with it still right now. Like I said, it's like they're at the breaking point is what I'm feeling here. If they haven't realized it yet, they're about to realize it. And either way, I feel like they're about to make a choice. When the bell finally breaks, when the dam finally breaks and things kind of become super clear, when this desert has finally kind of dissipated, I think they're going to come towards you. And we're going to look at the energy in the middle here. So right away with the Ace of Wands, which again, passion, excitement, new beginnings, we have the Page of Pentacles here. Page of Pentacles, like the Page of Cups, he's curious, but he's earthy energy. He's not water energy. So he's very grounded and focused, and slow and steady wins the race. And he takes his time because he wants things to really work out. But he's the steward of the Ace of Pentacles, which was on your person's side too. All the pages are stewards. They take care of the ace of their suit. Excuse me. Confirmation burp. Another one. Excuse me. So yeah, again, I do sense that a new beginning is here for you. It's in the cards here. I think with the Wheel of Fortune here is saying that it's kind of like divine timing, right? Right here it says, karma, life cycles, destiny, turning point. inevitable fate, ups and downs, that sort of stuff. So I do see, and especially, you know, clarifying this leg up energy, which is about, you know, surrendering kind of to, I forget exactly what it said, but like, I'm going to read it, look through it again, because that sort of interdependence, like being able to stand on your own 2 feet while still coming back together. I think, you know, clarifying that energy, these things clarifying that energy is saying that, like, you know, when you guys come back together, it's going to be at a time when you're both healed more. But again, you know, it's divine timing. When will this happen? Divine timing. So you know, the best advice I have for you is to just keep doing what you're doing, keep learning your lessons, keep, you know, being that peacock, keep digesting all of the painful things, and, you know, letting it inform you with the crone energy too. But again, with that Eros card too, that's another reason I think, you know, a new beginning is on the way to you guys. But we're going to keep going with the reading before I keep talking in circles forever. So the next row we have here was the Two of Wands between you two, clarified by the Seven of Wands in reverse, and then the Six of Swords. So the Seven of Wands upright is all about, you know, standing your ground and fighting for what's yours, perseverance, and that sort of thing, like not giving up is the crux of the Seven of Wands. In reverse, it's almost feeling like overwhelmed, like you don't want to keep fighting. What's interesting too, okay, so whenever I have the Two of Wands and it's clarifying other cards, I always see it as a choice between that card or the other. So for instance, in this energy between you, we have the Two of Wands, and we have the Seven of Wands in reverse, which is again about being exhausted, kind of wanting to give up, not wanting to fight anymore. And then we have the Six of Swords, which is all about moving on and moving into calmer waters, letting the past go. So I think both of you, I mean, you are too, in this energy, but I think between you as well, I mean, there's a lot of twos in this reading. So 222 could be significant. We have a few tens, so the ends of cycles as well. A couple aces. But 222 could be significant. Sorry, I just want, now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah. 222 or maybe 1010 as well, since I've seen a couple tens. Anyway, sorry. So as I was saying, so the choice that is between you two is, do you give up on this connection, or do you move forward with all the lessons that you've learned from each other, from your lives, you know, separately? Are you gonna be able to come back together after whatever fallout you had, whatever tower moment you experienced on your side? So yeah. So again, there's the potential for a new beginning here, coming together, like as you guys are in a more healed place. But again, it's like between you, do you give up, or do you keep going? That's what that's saying. Do you stay? Do you go? Do you give up, or do you move on from what happened between you? Are you able to leave what happened between you in the past with that Six of Swords and move into calmer waters? That's something that only you can decide. But again, I feel like you are thinking of each other. You are, you know, still kind of caught up in the emotions. You both are. And I feel like with the High Priestess here, it's a sense of like, there's like a spiritual connection here. The High Priestess is it's divine feminine energy for sure, but it's not like the Empress, which is kind of like, to me an external representation of divine feminine energy, whereas the high priestess is sort of like this internal knowing, this internal connection with spirit, this internal just connection in general. So I feel like, you know, this is a spiritual connection. And with the Queen of Cups as well, I mean, this is also loving, nurturing, intuitive, loving. I think I said that already, but it's extra loving energy. Compassion, comfort, calm, nurturing, healing, emotionally stable, intuitive, which is also what the High Priestess represents. Oh, and High Priestess is 2 as well. There's another 2. So yeah, with this 6 of Cups, a spiritual connection, and one that's really loving and comforting too. I mean, there's a lot of cups in this, which is all about love and emotions and relationships and all of that stuff. So I feel like there is this really kind of loving, divine connection between you, and you both feel it at the end of the day. Maybe some things kind of feel hidden, like some things you still haven't figured out about the other person still. Maybe that's keeping you kind of like apprehensive too. But sometimes that mystery is alluring also. It's not just secrets can be intriguing too, you know. So yeah, I feel like, again, this is a really loving, special spiritual connection. You guys are both thinking about each other and, you know, reminiscing and thinking of all the good things. But both of you are kind of in this energy of like, do we want to give this up or do we want to move forward? We're trying to figure it out. But you both want this. You both want a new beginning. And I see one between you. I see you, you know, both planting something stable in the long run. But it's got to be when things come back into balance. They know that on their side, and you know that they need to be the ones to bring things back into balance too. Otherwise, you're focused on your peace. You're focused on learning your lessons and transforming and transfiguring and becoming the best version of yourself, which is exactly what you need to do. And, you know, I think love is about to initiate you, like they said, like the card said. So yeah, that's what I got. We talked through everything. Your person knows, you know, that they have to be the one to kind of initiate this balance, and they know they need to make the choice. They might not be seeing everything clearly right now. Like I said, I feel like they're on the precipice of change. They're like right at the edge. But they're still kind of waiting. They're still kind of in this contemplative energy. They know that they need to come back towards you as the best version of themselves, and they don't want to give you Page of Cups in reverse anymore. They want to give you the King of Pentacles. They want to be the King of Swords. They want to bring truth to you, bring clarity to you, and they're burdened by what happened between you, and they want a new beginning too. They want to build something stable. It's just all about, again, waiting for the right time, waiting for things to work through in divine timing. So yeah, that's what I got for you, Scorpio. I know it took a minute for us to find our flow again, but I think we got there by the end. I appreciate your patience with me. Hopefully once I, you know, making videos more of a habit, like a conscious habit, things will, you know, we'll find our flow easier, or we'll be in our flow more consistently. But anyway, we're going to close out your reading by pulling a few Sacred Creators Oracle cards. And then we'll pull one final Wisdom of the Oracle card for your advice, and then we'll leave it there. So thank you, Spirit, for your help with this reading. please can we get some channeled messages for our Scorpio viewer concerning their energies? What is one final oracle card message, closing statement, whatever you want to call it, that we can give our Scorpio viewer when it comes to their energies in the situation? Thank you, Spirit. Whew. Unstick the stuck. Keep moving forward. Don't stay stuck in one place. Don't stay stuck in one place. Keep moving forward. I'm going to read it from the book too, but I'm going to get the cards for all three energies first. Thank you, Spirit. Can we please get one final card for our Scorpio viewers' person's energy? What is one final closing message for their energy? Changemaker, make waves. So basically, Spirit is saying, get your ass into gear, right? And start doing the work. Thank you, Spirit. Can we get one final message for the energy between our Scorpio viewer and their person? One final message for our Scorpio viewer and their person. Befriend the word polarize. So that's being comfortable in standing your ground and not being afraid to kind of other people by standing up for what you know is right for yourself. But again, we'll read all of this from the book. So unstick the stuck is number 64. 66 plus 4 is 10, so that's another 10. That's an ending cycles. 46. Unstick the stuck. So the essential meanings, this is for your energy. Busting out of sticky energy, breaking stagnation, seeing the pattern of your rut. Maybe that's what your tower moment was about. Integrating a message or a lesson, and success. So it's time to bust through the confines of the current pattern that you've got going on. This may be an overall sticky pattern that you are experiencing, or it may be showing up in one small area of your life. Either way, it's time to dust away stagnant energy and give things a fresh glow. No more stalling. No more stalling. If a situation, relationship, expectation, or unwanted responsibility weighs heavily on your heart, or if the dense energy of habit is making you feel like you have limited control over your circumstances, it's time to look at the relationship you have with your rut. Is it so familiar that it feels like it's a part of you? Or could it be serving you in some sneaky way? Sometimes our ego accepts the rut because it keeps challenges, fears, and possible failures at bay. Remember that you always have a choice to find the tools, help, and energy that you need. Unstick the stuck to welcome your momentum and the willpower to achieve. Commit to one idea, an action, and usher in a dynamic trajectory for your future. Which I think, you're kind of on the precipice of doing anyway with this Chariot energy. And with the Ten of Pentacles too. I mean, you have the Four of Pentacles too, which is all about building foundations and stability. But that was kind of clarifying the Two of Cups and the Ace of Cups. So I feel like that energy of wanting to build something stable is how you're feeling about this relationship. But yeah, unstick the stuck. Don't stay stuck in your rut. Don't let this tower moment get you down. But I don't think you are. Because again, you're finding your peace. You're surrendering. You're letting go. You're integrating all the lessons that you've learned. And, you're letting love lead the way, which is really beautiful. I mean, you're letting love lead the way. Intuitively, I think you're letting love lead the way. I think mentally, I have to sneeze. Oh my goodness. Is there another one? That's 2. So that was definitely a confirmation sneeze. I think you're kind of pulled between, what your head and your heart wants to. Because your heart wants this new beginning. But your head knows that if your person isn't willing to kind of meet you halfway, isn't willing to, give and take equally, that you're going to have to move on. Logically, you know this. But yeah, unstick the stuck, keep doing your work, keep working on yourself, and surrender to divine timing. Let things unfold naturally, as they will. If you just stay your course and let things unfold naturally. So changemaker, make waves. They have 45. That's funny because you had 46. So maybe things are closer than you think. Okay, changemaker, make waves. So sacred activism, protecting Gaia and all of life as divine. Speaking your truth, there we go. Honoring your beliefs, being a catalyst. A peaceful warrior capable of invoking extraordinary change. So warrior spirit, activist healer, passionate light worker. You, this is your person, are a change maker. And it's time to start acting as that, which you are. That is a weird way to phrase that. So basically, step up is what that's saying. Stop saying yes to things you hate. It's time to honor your beliefs and to put your energy behind your words while speaking them clearly and loudly in your life. Speaking your visions for our future. Yes, speaking your visions for our future will broadcast your changemaker essence to the world. Stand up for what you believe in. Vocalize that which lights you up and insist on witnessing the change you desire. When you do, the stars will hear you, the mountains will reverberate, and you will call forth a paradigm that is filled with the vibration of something better. This is how change happens. See injustices, to be fair, see injustices as fuel for your fire of goodness, stoking the flames of your light and igniting your torch of love, which is what they want to do. Make waves, changemaker, by focusing on what matters and by having faith that they will roll into the shorelines of the future. You are what we have been waiting for. So yeah, your person knows that they need to make changes. They need to, if they want things to change, they have to be the ones to do it. But I think, again, with the snake in the desert, they're like still finding their way to that truth, or at least to that action. Maybe they know that truth internally. Maybe they know that truth internally, but they're at the point where they need to take action. Okay, so for the energy between you, we have befriend the word, polarize. So the essential meanings here are display of your inner truth, bravery to share your personal flavor and your true opinions, movement toward a goal, opposing forces, transitions, growth, taking a stand, personal empowerment. So polarize isn't a bad word. Great leaders are not selling safe, usual, everyday ideas. It's time to bravely put your truth and your wisdom out on display in order to find those individuals who totally love what you're saying. Finding those soulful kindreds, you two may be soulful kindreds to each other, may mean that there will be others who disagree with what you're all about. And that's okay. It's time to get comfortable with this possibility and steer clear of any safely watered down vanilla choices that are meant to keep you palatable and light. You are anything but average, so don't hide your powerful message from the world by trying to appeal to the taste of the masses. Growth and change are, by nature, uncomfortable for some people, and your particular brand of magic won't be perfect for everyone. Your people will feel compelled by your authentic stories, courage, vulnerability, and honesty. So I think you guys need to not be afraid when you come back together to just be honest with how you feel about each other. Don't be afraid of alienating the other person, because speaking your truth is what moves mountains. You know what I mean? Because again, your people will feel compelled by your authentic stories, courage, vulnerability, and honesty. So be courageous and allow your unique flavor of awesome sauce to shine through. I didn't write this. You'll attract people who are fiercely in love with what you're up to, and your heart will feel so full that the light of the world will spill forth from your joy. So yeah, I think coming back together, being truthful with each other, I think your person stepping up a little bit and, giving and taking, or giving as much as you've given them, you know, finding balance, learning to be fair, you know, that justice energy. I think being truthful with your person, them being truthful with you, is really what's going to give the fuel to this fire, to keep the relationship kind of going. Again, you know, it's up to you guys at the end of the day. We all have free will, what you end up doing. But it seems like that Spirit's advice for you is just don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of polarizing the other person. You know, stand up for your truth. Be authentic. Yeah. And things will unfold in divine timing. A new beginning will come in divine timing, if that is ultimately what you both want. But it seems like you do. I see that you both want a new beginning on both of your sides. So cool. Thank you. We're going to finally close off our reading with a final Wisdom of the Oracle card for Spirit's advice for you, our Scorpio viewer. Thank you, Spirit, for your help and your guidance, and to all my guides and guardians and ancestors and all of the beautiful, wonderful, high vibrational spirits who have been here and have helped me with this message. Can we please get one final piece of advice for our Scorpio viewer? What is one piece of advice that they can take away from this reading as they continue on their own journeys? Thank you, Spirit. One final piece of advice. The Fates. So again, this is all about things out of your control. Divine timing, waiting for things to come together in their own time. We're going to read it from the book, which I have in my lap, and then we will leave it there. It's number 17. The Fates. So fate, karma, acceptance that there are things you cannot change, and knowing what those things are. So the Oracle's message here is the Serenity Prayers sums up the beginning of this card. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. There are things in life you will never have control over. The conditions brought on by the evolution of the collective, by nature, and by your past experiences may be fated, preordained by Spirit for a greater purpose you cannot understand in this lifetime. It may not be in your cards to understand why certain events occurred, but you can accept the mystery and work with what those events and your current circumstances have to teach you. This is the wisdom contained in the Serenity Prayer. So I think, yeah, you need to, what Spirit is saying is that you need to honestly keep doing what you're doing. Don't focus on your person. Let things unfold naturally in divine timing. Unstick the stuck, you know, keep moving forward in your path, keep transmuting the lessons, keep embodying the crone and the peacock energy, and things are going to unfold for you naturally when Spirit, you know, kind of sees that it's the right time for both of you. So the relationship message here is, other people are who they are, and you can't change them. The challenge is to accept them as they are and not try to make them otherwise to suit you. This is a time to look at how you attempt to mold people to fit your view of how they should be so you can remain in the relationship and avoid discomfort. What if who they are and whatever is happening between you and them in this situation is perfect from the perspective of Spirit? Now is the time to accept what you cannot change, even if it means that you honor yourself, Spirit, and the other person by moving on. Love unconditionally, for each of us is on our own journey, and we cannot direct that of another. Be aware that this relationship is indeed fated, and you are meant to evolve into a better version of yourself as a result of it. And I see that that's exactly what's happening. So yeah, keep surrendering to Spirit, to a higher power. Know that things are going to unfold for you in divine timing. Know that whatever the situation is, whatever this relationship is, it was fated for you guys to meet. This is some sort of divine connection, and it was meant to spark your growth. I think it was meant to spark both of your growths. And I think it's doing that. I think it has been and it is continuing to do that. I think, again, you just need to keep surrendering, keep working on your stuff, keep transmuting your pain and, you know, your triggers, and doing your shadow work and doing all that stuff. Keep focusing on your peace. And your person is going to keep focusing on, you know, growing, stepping into their, you know, divine masculine energy, becoming the king of pentacles so they can offer you stability and, you know, provide for you. But they know they need to make things fair. They know they need to bring balance to the situation, and they know they need to make a choice to come towards you. But, you know, things are a little muddy for them right now. Like I said earlier, and I've said it a million times, the snake energy is standing on the edge of awakening, but it's not there just yet. But the energy of new beginnings is kind of in all three of these, you know, energies. So I do see one coming towards you, but again, it's giving it up to divine timing and just waiting for things to unfold naturally. So yeah, before I talk in even more circles, I'm just going to end it there. Thank you so much, Scorpio, for being here. I hope something in here resonated for you. I hope you were able to take something away. I hope things made sense. I always say that. I'm never quite sure. But yeah, I wish the best for you, Scorpio. I hope things, you know, keep being you, keep learning, keep growing, keep being this crone, stay above the pettiness, stay above the fray. You've seen it all, right? And you've let that transform you with the peacock. So, you know, just keep doing what you're doing, babes. You're doing great. And yeah, I love you so much. Thank you again for being here. Please, again, like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we will see you in the next one. All right. Take care. Bye.